if you stand there, flat-footed, and he has a swipe at you, you haven't got a prayer. You might as well just say, chop my head off, please. But, right, come I, slowly, very slowly, you match his movement, you see? So even when he tries to be fast, and I've also moved slightly to the right in this case. So I'm still where I was, so his cup can still come, but I'm already partly off the line. So this blend is the important part. Okay, let's practice. Only a half stretch. You don't want to get your left hand chopped off. So this is better. Put it there to start with. It doesn't have to be there. No, it can be there's all right. But the place you don't want is just to leave it behind. Slowly. You don't leave it behind, you get hit, obviously. So stick it there, and it also improves your posture anyway. Another mistake is here, when you come up, you hit settle. You hit settle. It's not, you're not connected now to anything. With that hand behind you, the posture is more clear. Smash. Next time, I'm not going to let you tap.
Okay.
When you tap, let go of the bokken. Otherwise, why should I let go of the unlock? The way not to do it is to have a feeling of picking up the arm. Capsular doesn't want me to do that. Even if I'm a bit bigger, it won't work. I come from underneath with this hand, this leg, push. It'll work on anybody. Bokken handle over there. And then lock to the rear. To the rear. Gently. Nice. Jay, please. This way. All these lovely bits of information I dish out, and no one takes any notice of them. Make them yours. I said two things, particular to the technique. One was to get the bokken over, right over. You see now, I can use the bokken as a lever to turn his arm. I can't do that if it's this side. It just comes loose. And then the second was lock to the rear. that's where his elbow is. There. Don't press down. Lock to the rib. Another little point. Don't cuddle him to death. Someone jumps up and attacks me now, I'm utterly unprepared. Head up, strong, stable stance. Just you keep moving, that's all right. But if this was a real fight, I'd break his arm up. So Jay mustn't move. We have to simulate reality. So just in his house. Then we nicely control. If he was ahead of me, he'd get moving, tread on his foot. But when people ride it, because you do it slowly, it's not really, if this was practice static with him. I didn't do that, obviously. Broken. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. So we have to, I wouldn't say it's exactly a game, but training and understandings to create common sense applications without getting injured. Nice. The things the shortcut that we're taking. See anything wrong with that? No? What about her slicing across the middle now? And also me being unsighted, looking over here. Blocking it out. And then moving on. We always come back to the same basic ideas. Where's your hand? Where's your energy? Where's your strike? Where's your focus? And your posture? The curse of all Aikido is we think we're here to learn the technique. So your brain goes on to, this isn't very important, but once I've got this bit, now it starts, and then we do this bit, and then it finishes. And it's incredibly understandable, but if we can think differently, we can learn better. Right from the beginning, everything. And me. I say. The feeling, the spirit, the posture, the kyo, techniques, the detail. The least important part of what you do, even if it's technically the hardest bit. What can I say? Mass. Probably want to assist with the bottom hand. And then under there, and here. Can't do that very well. Debating how much information to confuse everybody with. Let's leave it at that for now. Nice. Here we begin with the bokken handle. Before we were taking here, now we're taking here. Right? And then sure that your uke can cope with your chemicals. Be cautious. Won't work here very well. This technique, think hip throw. It's got that feeling in it. Does that shed any light on it? Okay. Thank you. H-mass. Okay. This technique. Confuse everybody. I was trying not to do this, but you start in the other hand, left hand, and then you get a lot more movement. So that move, you can do it with your right hand. You don't need to cut underneath. You can swing it up and over, no problem. Starting from here, you see, because I've got the movement, more momentum. When you're doing it from right-handed, which is perfectly correct, you're that a little bit closer, and the lift doesn't work, as I said before. So you aid it slightly. Now, a number of us are keeping all the way over, as we did in the previous one, and now you have to move the arm a long way. That's never makes good idea. Big adjustments. You only need to get it going, and then the arm comes in. So you can make your switch, can everybody see? You make your switch once it's over the top. So, if you feel you really understand the left-handed aspect, try it. Don't try it because you think you ought to or something. If you really understand it, try it. Otherwise, stay on the right. There's the assist. Just to throw it up in the air. See? Just to get it going. Once it's going, it's not a problem. They only need to hit it really. Even if it's quite firm there. I'm ready. I need to go. It's almost not there. No good. Oh. Anyone totally baffled? Nobody? Okay. I won't say another word then. Yes. There is another version. I'm sure you'd like to know this. When you hold his arm here instead of locking his elbow, and then you come here. We won't do that because time runs out and we've done so many things, but we do something else now. It's not dissimilar. Notice I didn't leave the bokkens there. I can't think why. So depending, it's always, don't force anyone to do what they're not ready to do. When you take the jacket, the higher the better. Won't work very well down here. Yeah. Drop away, draw in, and let go. A good time for him to have space to roll. Right? If he was just meaner, I wouldn't let go. But, well, her gymnastic background does help. Would you like to try that? It's a lovely throw, really. Rear, to down. Rear, both shoulders. Now, if you, this type of throw, if you, strong, if you pull, nothing happens. Lovely and loose, and drop it away. Hey! You can draw him and throw him easily. The sort of learning version of that technique is, but it's the dropping away that does it. This mistake is here now. You can sort of lift away. It's more turning it through that space. You don't have that problem of going right up high. So you don't need the other hand. And so you can hold here. Now the mistake is pivoting like this. To this kind of angle. Because you've got no draw. You pivot back and away. You see where I'm different? I mean, okay, my foot is round there now. The technique is not here and here. The technique is here and here. So you draw in. The whole thing is, you throw him easy. Here, nothing. I move around there somewhere. That's really a very powerful thing. Doesn't work if you're wearing a nice shirt though. I won't worry about that. Okay? Nice. Setting up the technique is the big key. Big piece. So, I want to get to this easel head. So obviously I want an easy pathway there. Hey. So now, see if I move to the side, buckles him up, easy pathway, and then into the throat. If we are, for example, still sort of in this place, and then so how do I get in? There's no way. Now I'm in. See, it's easy. I can do a lot of things from here. The secret is here, and then whole body, and then here, and nothing. No power in that. There's a power in that. So you break him to the side. In that case, I would have probably done it. Because in my zeal to emphasise the point, I'd overdone it. So it was so far broken to the side, it would be better to continue it. But the point I hope is clear. So, a few more please. Nice. As he swings up, I breathe in. handle, and then you apply Kokkyu to the Bokken handle, and you'll find the Yonkyo position, which in my bad arm I can't find. However, a good uke would go with it, so I didn't ruin my demonstration. That wrist is wrecked. Not this one. Here, that is really important. If you leave it like that and start fiddling, you can also cut sideways. Buckle his arms. Handle. That's the essence. So he can't cut you. And then on the forearm. Nice down here. Still feasible? One more. Still the same body position.
Smash.
When you deliver strikes in Aikido, they're called a teni, strikes to vital points. Now one way this technique should not be done is like that. Poking the air. So your whole body weight is behind that extended knuckle into his ribs. No good if you go, you'll sit down. I won't prove it, but just not. These are things we can do. Straight back in there, short. Short strike will work because it's got the body behind it. That was half a push, but if I make that into a vibration one,